Welcome to lesson 7-8. Tonight we're going to be dividing a decimal by a decimal. When you have a problem such as 4 2/10 divided by 7/10, you have to remember one specific thing. Take a look at this video and see if you know what I'm talking about.
What is going on? Hey, math team in the house. Eminem's going to break it down for you. Are you ready? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. When you got a problem with a decimal divisor, gotta know how to divide if you're gonna be wiser. First multiply divisors by a power of 10. If it's got 2 places, gotta swoop it again. Make divisors whole numbers, that's what you gotta do. Don't forget the inside decimal, cause you gotta swoop that too. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. You swoop the inside decimal, it's a number of places. As you did with the divisor, don't mess up with the spaces. Raise that decimal up, high above that solid line. Then it's regular division and you're gonna be fine. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, and bring down are what you need to do to take that problem down. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is.
What I need to do is I need to swoop over that number in the divisor. The first thing is I have to swoop over the decimal before the 7. That is my divisor. So I swoop it over one place value to get the number of 7. And I'm going to erase this, so now I have 0, 7, which is the number 7. I swooped it over one place. Since I swooped over that decimal one place to make the whole number of 7, I need to swoop over this decimal one place value, and so my decimal will end up there, erasing it from here. My new problem now is 42 divided by 7. Remember, when dividing decimals, you need to move your decimal place directly up. And now I can divide. 7 goes into 4, 0 times. 7 goes into 42, 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42. Remainder of 0. So my answer is 6. Let's take a look at another one. I have 4 52/100 divided by 2/10. Do you remember what you need to do? I need to have a whole number as my divisor. So I need to swoop this over. So my decimal now is behind, which makes 0, 2, the number 2. Since I swooped that one number, I need to swoop this one number or one place value over. So now, instead of having 4 52/100, I have 45 2/10. Since I have a whole number on the outside, which is my divisor, I can continue to divide. 2 goes into 4, 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract, bring down the 5. 2 goes into 5 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract, bring down the 2. 2 goes into 12 6 times. 6 times 2 is 12. 0. I forgot to do one last thing. Remember that decimal always goes right up. So my answer is 22 6/10. Let's take a look at another one. What's my first thing I need to do? I need to swoop over that decimal and the divisor so I have a whole number there. I need to swoop it one time. So my decimal now belongs right there. I can erase this. Since I swooped it one time, I need to swoop it one time over here. My decimal now belongs right there. Remember, as I had forgotten in the last one, then move your decimal directly up. Now I can divide. 9 goes into 0. 9 goes into 0. 9 goes into 8. 0 times. 9 goes into 1. I'm sorry, 9 goes into 81. 9 times. 9 times 9 is 81. There is my answer. Let's take a look at another one. What do I have to do? I need to swoop over that decimal. 1 time. So my decimal now belongs right there. Since I swooped that over 1 time, I need to swoop it over 1 time here. So my decimal now belongs there. Decimal moves directly up, and I divide as normal. 5 goes into 2. 5 goes into 25. 5 goes into 2. 0 times 5 is 0. With a decimal division problem, you can never have a remainder. Here's what you need to do. I need to now add a 0 at the back. I bring it down. 5 goes into 20 4 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Now I have no remainder, so my answer is 50 4/10. We'll talk more about this tomorrow in class, as this is kind of hard. But what you need to remember is to swoop over those decimal places to make a whole number in your divisor. For your notes tonight, I want you to write this down. To divide a decimal, you need to change the divisor to a whole number. Let's take a look at one more. Please write this in your notes. I need to swoop this over. I need to swoop this over, and then I bring it right up. 7 goes into 6. 7 goes into 69. 9 times 7 is 63. Subtract. Bring down. 7 goes into 60. 8 times. 8 times 7 is 56. Subtract. Bring down. 7 goes into 49. 7 times 7 is 49. So my answer is 98.7. We're going to be practicing this a lot tomorrow. Just remember that you need a whole number as your divisor, and you will be okay. Have a great night.